Hi, fifth grade. My name is Miss Arredondo and I teach kindergarten, and I'm here to read with you The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind by William Kamkwamba and Brian Mueller, pictures by Elizabeth Zunan, and this book connects to UN Goal 7 of affordable and clean energy. The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. In a small village in Malawi where people had no money for lights, nightfall came quickly and hurried poor farmers to bed. But for William, the darkness was best for dreaming. He dreamed of building things and taking them apart, like the trucks with bottle-capped wheels parked under his bed and pieces of radios that he'd crack open and wonder, if I can hear the music, then where's the band? His grandpa's tales of magic also whispered in the pitch black of his room. Witch planes passed through the window while ghost dancers twirled around the room as if 100 men were inside their bodies. At dawn in the fields, William scanned the maze rows for magical beings, then wondered as a truck rumbled past, how does its engine make it go? Pay attention where you throw that hoe, his father shouted. You'll cut off your foot. For all its powers over dancers and flying things, magic could not bring the rain. Without water, the sun rose, angry each morning, and scorched the fields, turning the maize into dust. Without food, Malawi began to starve. Soon William's father gathered the children and said, "From now on, we eat only one meal per day. Make it last." In the evenings, they sat around the lantern and ate their handful, watching hungry people pass like spirits along the roads. Money also disappeared down with the rain. "Peponi," his father said, "I'm sorry, you will have to drop out of school." Now William stood on the road and watched the lucky students pass, alone with the monster in his belly and a lump in his throat. For weeks he sulked under the mango tree until he remembered the library down the road, a gift from the Americans. He found science books filled with brilliant pictures. With his English dictionary close by, William put together how engines moved the big trucks and how radios pulled their music from the sky. But the greatest picture of all was of a machine, taller than the tallest tree with blades like a fan. A giant pinwheel, something to catch magic. Slowly he built the sentence, "Windmills can produce electricity and pump water." He closed his eyes and saw a windmill outside his home, pulling electricity from the breeze and bringing light to a dark valley. He saw the machine drawing water from the ground, sending it gushing through the thirsty fields, turning the maize tall and green, even when farmers' prayers for rain went unanswered. The windmill was more than a machine. It was a weapon to fight hunger. "Majesty Amafepo," he whispered, "I will build electric wind." In the junkyard, pieces appeared like rusted treasures in the tall grass. A tractor fan, some pipe, and bearings and bolts that required every muscle to remove. "Tonga," he'd shout to the birds and spiders holding up his prize. But as William dragged his metals home, people called out, "That boy is Misala. Only crazy people play with the trash." After many weeks, William arranged his pieces in the dirt, a broken bicycle, rusted bottle caps, and plastic pipe, even a small generator that powered a headlight on a bike. For 3 days he bolted, banged, and tinkered, while chickens squawked and dogs barked, and neighbors shook their heads saying, "What's Misala doing now?" His cousin Jeffrey and best friend Gilbert soon appeared. "Muli Bwanji," they greeted. "Can we help with electric wind?" "Grab your pangas and follow me," he said, and he took them into the forest. Together they swung their sharp blades into the trunks of blue gum trees, then hammered them together to make a tower. Standing atop, William shouted, "Bring it up!" While the boys tugged and heaved, a crowd gathered below and gazed at this strange machine that now leaned and wobbled like a clumsy giraffe. Some giggled, others teased, but William waited for the wind. Like always, it came. First a breeze, then a gusting gale. The tower swayed, the blades spun round. With sore hands once slowed by hunger and darkness, William connected wires to a small bulb, which flickered at first and then surged as bright as the sun. "Tonga," he'd shouted, "I have made electric wind." "Chica buena," a man yelled. "Well done." As the doubters clapped and cheered, William knew he had just begun. Light could not fill empty bellies, but another windmill could soak the dry ground, creating food where once there was none. Majestia Mafepo, electric wind, can feed my country, William thought. And that was the strongest magic of all. The end. Thank you for reading with me, 5th grade.